That shit ain't easy, the way things are set up. You would automatically know where your boundaries was if we was living by the laws of Mott, the laws of nature. The way that we already are on the inside is enough, but we have to know that we enough. And people get caught up in the system, and in the system put a carrot on the stick called $1 that ain't worth 2 fucking flies. They told you it was worth something, and that's the totality of its value is their word. And every time they turn around, they lying to you, so how valuable is their word? I once heard somebody say a man that live in truth or die in truth. And a man that'll die for truth or live in truth. But to live in truth, you must be willing to confront the lie. The obvious bullshit in front of you. It's not that I don't trust the signs. I don't trust the ones behind their seats that have to okay shit. I don't trust them motherfuckers because they be on some bullshit. So, got a message. The signs say I'm gonna see my son. The signs say somebody on their way. The signs say this shit all wrapped up. I just want to know what the fuck we waiting on. If I did every fucking thing I said I was gonna fucking do, then it should be the same way for you. If the signs say that shit gonna happen, make that motherfucking shit happen. Don't be sending no false flares up in the fucking air. No misdirections, deceptions, bullshit. Trying to get a motherfucker all worked up for nothing. Because it's not going to work because I don't trust you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what y'all say at this point. This is the rest period. This is downtime and it's not very fucking long. So, do your motherfucking shit. Send me the fucking broker so I can get my motherfucking people they shit. You got us all hauled up. For what? Send that motherfucker so I can get my shit. The baddest motherfucker ever born. Morpheus Mysticus Magus, the emissary of light, the redeemer of the righteous. All wicked shall bow in peril as I sever their motherfucking heads in truth. We ain't gonna keep going through this shit. So we had to figure out a way to bring it to an end. So we played a game called Life by Milton Bradley. It's a board game. You gotta be bored to play it because it's in the workshop of the mind. And only a bored man will find the workshop of the mind. And that's why you should never be bored, because you always got something to do. But once you experience the reality of it being a board game, you realize it's a monopoly. You get around the board and you collect the most motherfucking prizes. When you get to the end, you win. This the cash out. I won. Pay me my shit. So, the fifth dimensional chessboard that we was on. I won the fifth dimensional chessboard. The Swiss checkerboard. The Chinese chess. Chinese checkers. I won all of the motherfucking keys. The Sun Wukong key. The Hanuman key. The Buddha key. All of the motherfucking shit. I cashed them all in and showed y'all motherfuckers I'm the baddest motherfucker out here. Not for any other reason than I had the opportunity to go within and find what all of y'all already know. We already know this shit. They just took our knowledge to see if we can remember what we already fucking know. I remember this shit. We didn't always live in the constraints of time. That's in order to play the fucking game. It's like a video game. Power up, motherfucker. It's a knockaround game. So you need a bunch of knockaround boys. Like 50 niggas or so. Reflection will make 50 sisters to grow. Soldiers in solidarity to advance zealously. Over them motherfucking bitches and stare jealously. This is how we roll. You know, like Rudy Ray Moe, the devil's son-in-law. Rapping and tapping is my motherfucking game, motherfucker. Say my name 3 times like Candyman. Come across the desert sands. Once again, cross the crossroads. The Baron I am. Somebody that is. The Saturday Night Baron. JD's motherfucking revenge. JD Walker. Boy talker. Lady stalker. Understand me. When we flip these keys and we recognize these G's for who they be, then we understand that each G is perfected in the number 7. This is a geometric figure of a perfect man. When the perfect man stand on the perfect land and he raised right hand, and he raised the right hand, that's the motherland. We are from the motherland, and this motherland is Mother Earth. There is no fatherland. Because Mother Earth was here before the father was born. The mother wasn't born out of the father was born out of the mother. So by the necessities of time and necessities of man, we all have to be on our grind. And once again, when we go within, we'll find that man knows thyself had a deeper plan. Because one of these men would stand up as a man and start to shake his hands. Then you'd understand that when you look within, that's how you find the perfected man. It's like a cocoon. All within the self. Waiting to explode and branch out. 1,000 points of light. They thought they had us beat. That shit was so sweet. They was bringing you motherfuckers to y'all coward ass knees. While them real G's like me stood firm as could be and continued on the mission to set y'all ass free. Now if y'all don't wake up and y'all don't realize that real eyes see real lies, then you motherfuckers is insane and y'all need to learn the game. And that's the game of life. That's the knockaround game. So if you ain't ready to ship off the 2-bar cane, swing over to the 4-corner shuffle, then you ain't ready to be fucking around with no motherfucking baby's mother. But who is the baby? Ask the Black Madonna. She holding. The righteous one. But you don't know that that's the Scott of the red-haired princess to give birth to the 7th son. Or the 7th seed. Who would be me. Being that she was the 7th seed of a 7th seed, that make me the 3rd 7th seed in progressive need. So being that I got born with 3 7s on my head, I'm going to have to bump straight every time. You know, we live our lives in regret of what we done right and what we done wrong. We never know that the thing that we wish we had done that would have turned out wrong was the right decision that we regret. You think things what they are, but they're not always what they seem, but they're exactly what you see. When we stop allowing these people to deceive us, then when we talk to one another, then each one of us can believe us. So you close out the imposters and you open up to the truth. And only the truth can see who is who. Real recognize real. A lot of motherfuckers look familiar. But them strange looking motherfuckers, I guarantee I'm subject to kill you. Xenophobia. The fear of the stranger. So we stretch out our hand with a peaceful hand. And they stole our motherfucking land. Put our people in slavery. And you can't tell me that shit ain't crazy. But they didn't think that we would come with a contingency to get ourselves free. Then you ain't never seen a motherfucker that come from a place like me. I come from a whole line of motherfuckers, badasses and saints. Some of the badasses turned out to be saints, and some of the saints turned out to be badasses. But when you get down to it, we all bump straight. We don't all bump straight out the gate, because we got a sense, we kind of stubborn. We got to bump our head a few times. And one of us going to have to bump his head more than most. As Jim Croce say, I learned the hard way every time. I wouldn't have had it any other way, because then I wouldn't have made me the thing that I am. And that which I am is the greatest thing that I've ever created within myself, is to get to realize who I was and become myself. Then that makes a deeper understanding when Whitney sang about the greatest love of all. Flips me off to George Benson, greatest love of all. Can you stop the rain from falling? So the whole system is about to change. I'm telling y'all first. I done broke this fucking curse. One of us had to do it. One of us had to figure out the exit. One of us had to strap his motherfucking nuts on and be abused by the rest of us. Neglected by the rest of us. Treated like shit by the rest of us. Treated like an outcast, the black sheep, the lone wolf, the monk, the hermit. Well, humans need human touch. That shit over. So now I gotta wait for a fucking broker. Oh man, this is motherfuckers that drag their feet. But they want me to be on time with time all the time. That's how Kronos ate his babies. If you can't be on time with time, time becomes a hindrance. When time becomes a hindrance, it creates an obstacle. And the obstacle creates the destruction and haste. Slow down. Now, I'm expecting to see this broker any minute now, according to the signs. But I ain't gonna look for this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you this. Just like when I realized that the motherfuckers at GM was on some bullshit, and I ain't working for no motherfucker like that. And I find out y'all on some bullshit. Don't ask me to do shit else after this. Get this motherfucker over here to get this shit wrapped the fuck up. Period. Get him the fuck over here. And wrap this shit the fuck up. So I can go on about my business and go on home and relax for a couple days before I have to take off Jordan style and put my nuts in these bitches' face. So, you already know I ain't taking no more fucking left bumps. The next fucking left bump is going to be met with an ugly ass left bump. I'm not buying this shit. When I find out who holding me up, that's the motherfucker gonna get the left bump. Get my shit to the house. Now that we getting rid of these parasites, some of them didn't want to go. We had a rebellion, which we expected that they would go back on their word at the last minute. But these some low-ranking peons, they'll be removed in short order. All of the motherfuckers that was about enforcing the rules to the game, they gone. See, when you flip certain ones out, then the Galactic Council take their ass out of circulation. So you have to be able to see what's what and who is who. A lot of these missing people wasn't even human. A lot of these missing people was parasites. A lot of these missing people was rounded up because they wasn't human. They was imposters. They was parasitic to the planet. But then you do have those who were put into the sex slave trade. We ain't having that. We not having that. We not having that. We didn't have it before the motherfuckers came. We won't have it when they leave. Period. There's going to be a lot of motherfuckers that's not going to be able to function well in these next upcoming days because they don't belong here. The energy is changing. The balance is restoring, and that was not balanced with nature and cannot advance with the natural advancements of the planet. It's not going to be able to withstand the change in the vibration. The grid is flipped. The Schumann resonance is almost raised to its maximum capacity in order to facilitate the Shu-Tefnut restoration in the flip. You had to see that on the scientific scale. Motherfuckers that can feel it don't need that science shit. But motherfuckers that's so caught up in this world, your science told you the same shit that these spiritual sisters was telling y'all dumbasses that they was finna flip the grid on y'all dumb motherfuckers' heads and anything ain't right wasn't gonna be here. So, at this point, it is what it is, go where it go. But I'm not waiting no 24 hours to see no fucking broker. And that's all I gotta say about that. If I had to wait 24 hours to see the broker, then y'all gonna have to wait 24 motherfucking months to see me again. And y'all know if I'm not around for 24 months, this shit ain't gonna go the way it's supposed to go. So, I'm gonna wrap this up right here. 10:05, 6, flip to 9. And y'all be good. And this shit about over. We about to get into the real shit in a minute. Peace, peeps. So this is forming the mastermind group. So I had a lot of reservations about doing this video. Me and the queen didn't quite see eye to eye because she wanted me to go back and deal with something that I already dealt with, which is the striking UAW workers. Her concern is that the cabal has set in place a series of Manchurian candidates. These Manchurian candidates' job are to try to initiate civil unrest to upset the peace. One of the cues was a workers' strike was supposed to be a cue to trigger the law enforcement to begin doing what they was doing a few years ago, indiscriminately shooting people. And so they were hiring sociopaths that had went through certain training in the force, and then they were acclimated in as a regular officer, but they not. They're nothing like the rest of the police officers. They got a whole different psychological makeup, and it was fabricated using techniques developed through the government's MK Ultra program. So the only way right now to avert that tragedy of the police, those sleepers going into action, is to get the workers back to work. And she wanted me to develop a mastermind group, and she Had Portia send me a lengthy research this morning on the 5G matrix and the money matrix of it all, and how we will be psychologically tied in to the money, to the wealth, to our birthright inheritance as the earthborn children of the sun. And so we have a birthright to claim. And to initiate the claim, we have to activate our fifth dimensional mental framework. And it only can be done by using the power of unity. And so you hear Napoleon Hill talk about developing the mastermind